Hello, YouTubers in YouTube land.
Hello.
Amanda has got some news for you.
Yeah. Yesterday we picked up some Chinese fire-bellied newts. Yeah. Complete setup. The only thing was we had to go and get some food for them. And I don't like handling live crickets.
They're not big crickets.
They're only
They're,
small.
they're tiny little crickets, but
And grubs. Ugh.
well, she had to get some waxworms because they like waxworms because they're soft apparently. You know, apparently you can put mealworms in them, but mealworms bite. Apparently, so what we've been told. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah. So I've been feeding them.
I think we've been a bit quiet, Amanda.
Why is
You
that?
know, well, because people have been saying that I bought a mic at the weekend and I've tried using it, but the thing is, it won't pick anything up. It won't pick the camera up. It won't work through the Bluetooth. It does work through the Bluetooth, but it'll only work through the phone. It won't work the camera up from the Wi-Fi, to the Bluetooth, if you know what I mean. That's how it's supposed to work. The camera works on the Wi-Fi, and the Bluetooth, the headphones are supposed to work and pick the volume up or the speech up from the what we call a monitor. You know, that's right, Amanda, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I'm not listening.
Yeah.
I'm just my mind somewhere else.
So anyway, like I say, like Amanda said, yesterday morning she went and collected the fire-belly newts.
They were advertised on a group, and Andy saw them, and he said to me, "Do you want them?" And yeah, I said, "I'll have them." They were for nothing.
Yeah, they were free.
Yeah, they were free. That's why I couldn't quite understand why they wanted to give them away. But their personal circumstances, they couldn't look after them, so
It changed.
yeah.
They'd gone from 15 fish tanks down to one tank of fish and this tank of fire-belly newts. And she was very reluctant. She didn't want to give them away, did she? She didn't want to get rid of them. They were like.
Well, she'd had them 5 years.
She's had them 5 years
so,
apparently.
Yeah.
But when you actually see them, they're actually black. But the underside is fire orange, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You
Such-
can't handle these things because they produce
Well, you can handle them, but you have to wear gloves.
toxins through the body.
Yeah,
But you have to wear gloves.
you have to wear gloves.
So they're not really something for a child, because children would normally pick things up and handle them, and these are no good for children.
No, they're no good. No
Yeah.
good for children at all.
No,
And just
because the toxins in the body, they irritate the skin apparently.
I don't know what else to do because
Yeah,
they're just like a lot of them
So,
poison
yeah,
arrow things and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
They work a similar sort of way, sort of thing.
yeah. So I'm not going to handle them.
Well, she will handle them, but she'll put her gloves on.
Yeah.
But
A few seconds of drink.
I had a quick look at them yesterday, and one was showing its arse at me, and the other one was looking straight at me with a gawp on its face, and I thought, do I know it? You know. But anyway, it's just one of them types of. It's one of the type of things I like. I like newts. But I also like fish. I also like looking at my fish still. I still go and look at my fish. It's still one of my favourite things.
I went down to a garden centre yesterday, didn't we, as well?
Yes, we did. We went to a certain garden centre yesterday.
Yeah. And, oh, you can't.
Corral Small Holding, I think. Wasn't it?
What?
Corral Small Holding,
What's that?
where we went yesterday. Well, the pseudonym for it.
Is it?
Corral Small Holding.
Oh, I'm getting tired, so.
Amanda's not with it because she's slowed down a bit.
Yeah, I'm getting
I tell you what, I'm not going to beat around the bush. We went to Paddock Farm yesterday.
Yeah. And,
we had to go and get some bloodworm. And Amanda said,
but I needed
a tap.
When I do water changes, I use it's called a Koyos. It's the type of thing that you attach to pond pumps, yeah. And I have a shut-off valve when I'm doing water changes from one tank to another. I shut the flow off, then move the pipe to another tank and then turn the flow on. But the shut-off valve broke, so I had to buy a new shut-off valve. So that's what we have to go down there for mainly.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Which one was that?
It was one of them went.
Yeah, well, like I say, while we were over at Paddock Farm, Amanda said, "Oh, while we're here, we'll get a breakfast."
Yeah, because we hadn't had any breakfast.
No.
We just came straight out to pick the newts up.
Now, while we were over there, I didn't get out the car. They've got a new entrance put on. It's got a little ramp down. It's got a nice set of steps. Bit of fountain out the front. It looks all right. It looks kind of good. It looks better than what the old entrance looked like.
Yeah.
The thing is, the cafe's been taken over. Now.
Still known as a tea room.
Still known as the tea rooms, but it's been taken over.
It works differently. Yeah, it works differently.
So.
It works similar to a bloody restaurant instead of a cafe.
Yeah. So Amanda said, "Oh, go on. We'll go and get some breakfast." I said, "Right, okay then." And I was absolutely shocked when she came back out. She said they were £8 a piece.
Yeah.
Was it £8 a piece?
Yeah, nearly £8.
Nearly £8 a piece for a bloody fried breakfast. You know, it's ridiculous. And I saw a friend down there while I was waiting outside for Amanda to come down, and she wasn't very happy. Because she was on about the roast beef. She said she could have made a decent pair of boots out of the roast beef.
She could have brought it back to life. A good vet would probably brought it back to life.
Probably, yeah, a good vet would have brought it back to life, aye. But it's... Amanda went to did you go in the fish room again?
Yeah, I went in the fish room to have a look, see what they had.
Still,
they had some stuff that it took me fancy, yeah. But I don't know, because it's not wheelchair accessible to get into the fish room.
Which is not right.
When you can go into, there's like a big koi and pond fish area, yeah. But you can easily go into, but where the tropical fish are, yeah, the steps, and so anybody with a wheelchair can't get in there at all.
No, that's right.
And not only that, if they were to convert that, they couldn't because it's too narrow.
It is.
It's too narrow. So that's the only bugbear, is the wheelchair accessibility in the fish room.
and the £8 for the breakfast.
Yeah.
And when we did get the breakfast and we got it home and we ate and we started eating it, Amanda actually cooked a better breakfast this morning,
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say.
You did.
And the black pudding.
The
You got one piece of black pudding, and it was the end. The nubbly end of the black pudding. I think everything had been deep fried, except for the eggs and the beans. Mind you saying that, I don't know about the beans. It might have been deep fried. But besides that, besides the overall thing, I mean, the only thing that really annoys me is not being able to, with being in a wheelchair and being a wheelchair user, is not being able to get into the fish room. Why do they think that people who are disabled, like in a wheelchair, why do they think they don't want access to the tropical fish room? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Right. 11 minutes past, sorry. 11 minutes have gone.
Yeah, that's right.
And Amanda's tired because it's been a busy day.
Yeah, I'll be doing
And she's...
some water changes later.
I was going to say that, you know your other camera?
Yeah.
Well, there's a big tripod there.
Yeah.
You could put your big camera on your tripod and you could show people how to do water changes with a pipe.
I could do.
It's got a better mic on that one.
Yeah, it depends on how well the battery power is.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because that camera does like to chew the batteries. I'm about tired. I'm tired as well.
Yeah.
So like I say, it's been a funny old weekend. Not a funny old day, but a funny old weekend. I'm not in good stead and what have you, and
he's pausing again.
no, I'm not pausing again. I'm just trying to think what comes into my mind about how I feel. Because it doesn't matter what I say, nobody will understand it anyway. I think I've got a cold or a chill of some sort. You know, it's just one of them things.
Oh, I was just on about the weather. Last night it was windy as hell.
Yeah, it was.
Just across the road from us is
some conker trees.
Some conker trees, yeah, some horse chestnuts. And
if your kids are after some conkers and you don't want to go and take them to get them, right, because you don't want to throw a bloody stick at the tree, just let them come down to Linden Court, and just across there from Linden Court there's a bloody grass bit with conker trees on it, and it's absolutely full of bloody conkers, isn't it?
Yeah, the grass verge. The wind's brought most of the conkers down. And it's always a certain direction where the wind blows in, yeah? And the conkers go across the road.
Yeah.
So, I always hate sort of autumn into winter because it's so messy. Oh, you got you got all the conkers.
All the conker shells.
Yeah.
You got all the conkers that are split open on the floor and being run over by cars, and they make a mush.
Right mess, yeah. Then you got the rain.
And the rain, and then it
wait till it starts snowing because the council aren't on top of everything at the minute.
No, the council have not been down here and hoovered up in ages.
Yeah.
And that's what we really need. We really need it hoovering up down here.
Yeah.
It needs somebody to come down and hoover it all up. Because I can't... Even my bloody wheelchair. This thing here. Slips and slides on bloody conkers.
Yeah.
It's like you're riding over a brick when you hit a conker.
Yeah, but also the shores of the conkers.
Yeah. Shells of
Say
the conkers.
If they cut grass or you got bits of twigs coming from the tree. Oh, it is. It's really messy.
It is
Like,
bloody
say,
horrible.
Wait till it starts snowing. Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
When the snow turns brown,
yeah.
and then when the snow gets down and everybody drives over it, and it freezes and they drive over it again, and it goes like a solid hard packed concrete,
Yeah.
and it's really bad. You can't walk on it, you can't even put a wheelchair on it. And last time I went out in the snow in my wheelchair, I just put the brakes on and Amanda pushed it like a sled.
That's it, yeah.
Didn't you?
I did, because there was no control.
I had no grip.
Yeah, there's no grip, yeah. Well, his pushy wheelchair doesn't, the tyres don't have any grip anyway.
No, they don't. Amanda's actually sat on my other wheelchair now.
Oh.
She's actually sat on my wheelie chair, aren't you, hon?
Yeah, I am.
Mhm.
Because we needed to make space in the car. Because we took the dogs with us.
We
into
took the
town
dogs
today.
with us today into town, aye.
Yeah.
So we had to take the wheelchair out. So Andy was thinking to the car till we got home, and you know, here, tell you what, bit of daft for you. Who's this? Oh, everybody did it in the 80s. And I remember some silly bastard putting a white line across the face using Tipp-Ex. Yeah, it wasn't a lad, believe it or not, it was a lass who did it. And I think she was actually screaming after she'd put it on and tried taking it off. Because she had to use nail varnish remover to get it off.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, I bet you that was hurting. You know.
Thing is, you put down there.
There's a white mark now.
Yeah, there's another band where he has a white stripe across his nose.
Who's that?
Empire of the Sun.
Empire of the
Yeah.
Sun.
Yeah, he has a white mark across his face.
And who's that guy who has a blue stripe across his face?
Blue stripe.
Yeah, Stapes. Michael Stape.
Well, he has a blue stripe across his
He
face.
sometimes has a blue stripe across his face, yeah. Just across his eyes.
Does he?
Mm. And then there's them other guys. What are they called? The blue... Oh, I can't remember. Blue face, is it? Blue head?
Blue Man Group.
Blue man.
I think it's that nine.
They're good, them.
Got blue heads.
They're good, them. I was watching one of their videos on the YouTube. Very funny. Very funny indeed.
Yeah. I'm just looking out there. It's pitch black now.
We got Herworth Parish Council, well, I don't know whether it was Herworth Parish Council or the Darlington Borough Council, but they've renewed all the lights in the village with these energy saving LED bulbs or lights. And believe it or not, they're rubbish. Absolute rubbish. It's pitch black out here now. We've got you've got one light where the light comes down and it stops at the bottom of the lamppost, doesn't it?
Does I?
Doesn't spread out, doesn't go anywhere. When we had the old yellow light across the road there, it used to light up under the trees and everything. This one doesn't. Doesn't even light the road up, does it?
It does, a little area. There's a little area it lights up, but other than that, behind it, it doesn't light up behind it because
No,
it's still dark.
Pitch black.
Yeah.
We've got one out the back. Right outside our back gate.
It shines in our garden.
Yeah, it lights our garden up, and that's all it does bloody do. Doesn't light anywhere else behind it. It's pitch bloody black.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody was wanting to commit a burglary, they're the perfect lights for it. Yeah. No wonder they put them switch lights on the bloody car when you turn the steering and the bloody... They said they were putting it up because of the new LEDs that were coming in. Yeah. You go around the corner and because there's no spread of LED light and it's all in one place, you have to have some light on the car to show the road up. You know, honestly, bloody awful. I hope Amanda's keeping an eye on that timer.
You got
About another 5 minutes.
yeah,
4 minutes.
About 4 minutes.
Before we've got to say goodbye. But no, it's been a funny old couple of days.
Ah, it has.
You know.
Tired. Really am. Could just go to bed.
I think I will go to bed. You're going to do your water changes later on, like?
Yeah, I am.
What time are you going to do them?
I usually do them sort of later.
Anywhere between 1:30 and 3 o'clock.
Well, I usually start about 1 o'clock and finish by 2:30, 3. Because what I do is I've got a water butt, and so I use the water out the water butt to do the water changes with. And so what I do is I fill the water butt off the HMA filter, and that usually takes the longest.
HMA filter stands for Heavy Metal Axe.
Good name for a band, eh?
Yeah, Heavy Metal Axe, good name for a band.
Yeah.
But what it does is basically it takes all the heavy metals out of the water. You know, stuff like Metallica and bloody Rainbow and all them lot. It takes all the heavy metals out of the water. It's me having a bit of daft again, I know. I'm stupid.
It's stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, all the heavy metals out the water.
Copper, manganese, bloody whatever else they got in there. There's bloody lead, chelated copper. There's all sorts. I think they say there's a certain amount of mercury in there, isn't there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It makes it safe for fish. The
Mm.
HMA filters.
HMA
So
filter.
usually people use something called a dechlorinator when they do water changes. It does the job, but HMA filters are better because you don't spend a lot of time. Well, you don't spend a lot, do you?
No, there's a difference between RO and HMA. I'm going to have to hurry this up because it's getting down a bit that way. HMA is a heavy metal axe. It's got 3 filters. It's got solid carbon. It's got a 0.5 micron sediment filter. It's got a carbon block, and it's got a GAC, which is granulated activated carbon. Now, the RO unit has them 3 items in it, but it also carries a reverse osmosis membrane where only pure water molecules can pass through. So it minerally strips. It strips all the minerals out of water. So it's basically sterile water. And it's also got a...
You got 30 seconds.
I've got a little bit more. It also has a... Oh, what's it called? Deionizing solution thing, doesn't it, Pod?
Yeah.
Ionizing resin, which takes ions and stuff and, you know, makes water softer. Right, I'm going to have to call this at the end till tomorrow because it's coming up to 25 past. There's 25 now. We're going on to 26. Right, look. Keep hanging on in there. I'm going to get back to the painting. Would you like to say goodbye, Amanda?
Goodbye, Amanda.
Right, you people out there, you know it's a big bad world. Look what happened in America yesterday. Or was it last night?
Well,
look what's happened in over the weekend in England. Be careful. Watch your back.
right.
It's a big bad world. You look after number one. Look after your family. Keep them close. But keep your enemies even closer. TTFN.